I think part of the problem is by design, and part of the problem is that, you see, if you have to look at how our destinations have developed, we have not really developed any new destinations in the past maybe 70, 75 years since independence. There is probably one Kevadia, one Ambi Valley, or one Lavasa. But we have not really developed destinations at scale. Now the problem that we have is that the problem statement is that your demand is exploding, but you just don't have enough destinations. And whatever destinations you have today are getting overcrowded, which means that first they are not price competitive, and secondly you're losing it to a lot of outbound. So I think, to my mind, we will have to make this deliberate choice on how do we identify destinations which have the potential, which means not just awareness, because it's very easy to send, to give, like the Prime Minister, once he tweeted about Lakshadweep, they were overrun by tourists. The idea is that if you bring awareness, you will get run over, but I think you need to do it in a calibrated manner to ensure that there is all of the things that go into a destination, like connectivity, as our colleagues have said, and how do we also ensure there are enough signages, there are washrooms, there's accommodation, there's food, all of those things need to go hand in hand. But I think the problem statement with us is that we've got far too few destinations and far too much demand. And I think it's basically, it's plain as daylight that we need to see as to how to expand this. So I think the key to this really is that resources are finite. And there's no point in stating the problem that there are no washrooms. That is not going to change, because our problem is large and the resources you have are finite. I think what we need to do is to put some method behind the madness. How do we figure out between the government, I don't mean just the government of India, because we're probably the weakest in all, because with 2,000 odd crores on infrastructure a year, there's only so much that you can do. But between the government of India, between the state government and the industry, let's do a more calibrated approach in which we shortlist and say these are the destinations. Let's map them and say how ready are these destinations to do this? What are the critical gaps? And my sense is that we should start with a small number. Don't bite off more than you can chew, and try to work on them over a period of 2 years, 3 years, etc. And towards a common purpose. It's not just that the government has built something and then they walk away, but I think the industry, all of us need to work together to make that work. And my sense is that if we are able to create a critical mass, and if they succeed, then it also opens a pathway for the government to deploy its budget more intelligently. Suppose we have done 30 destinations, 20 of them or 15 of them are doing well. That is where you need to invest more. And those are the states which are more proactive, and those are the ones which need to be rewarded more. And the market will also reward them by sending, more people. So I think we need to do a little bit more, bring some method to this madness, take a calibrated approach, prioritize destinations, not just go into, anything that is open, but I think we need to look at which gives us the best chances of success and show.